Real Betis is going to win the Conference League final because Manchester United are basically the graveyard where players' careers go to die. Scott McTominay leaves Man United. He plays his comfortable position and he wins the Scudetto with Napoli. And Mark Antony escapes Manchester United and he's scoring goals left and right for Real Betis, or I should say Antony. But basically, he's scoring goals left and right, and he's being productive with Real Betis. He's having a really good season for Real Betis. So basically, he's going to be the star of the show in the Conference League. He's going to score the goal in the Conference League final, and Real Betis are going to win the Conference League final. Two former Manchester United players are going to win magnificent trophies immediately after Man United finishes 16th and misses European football altogether. Real Betis, they can win their 29th game against the Blues. It's the Blues that's Camacho 29. They could score their 29th goal against the Blues in the Conference League final. What about Camacho of Antony? Antony is 26. Antony is Camacho of Chelsea. Now the final is going to be at Poland, so we definitely have a real narrative for Antony to be the star of the show. And he could score the 28th goal in the Conference League campaign for Real Betis this season. And now Chelsea still have to play their last match, obviously, in the Premier League against Nottingham Forest. What's his name? The Chelsea coach, Maresca. I know they've got all the Italian coaches winning these European Cups with Chelsea, but there's a real narrative for Mark Antony to be the hero of the show. Could win the 34th match against Forest. I mean, that's the thing. If Chelsea played Nottingham Forest, it's Forest, that's Camacho 29, so he'll probably win the 34th match against Forest, but again, the 29th goal for Real Betis to win this Conference League could happen right after Chelsea play Forest. This could be their first ever loss in a European final. You talk about Sevilla 7-0 in European finals. Sevilla's Camacho of 80. They're 7-0 in the Europa final. And what if teams from Seville are going to be 8-0 in major finals? So there's a real narrative for Antony to be the hero of the show. Rollclaws, Camacho 29. Betis could score their 29th goal at Rollclaw. They're, of course, when we're talking about Real Betis, their 29th win of the season against the Blues. Their 29th win at Rollclaw. So there's a real 29 connection that must not be discounted whatsoever. That probably is the script. He's born on the 55th day of the year. Now, 55 would just be Camacho of Betis. He's born on the 55th day, playing for Betis. If Betis is 80 in reverse, then teams from Seville can be 8-0 in major finals. They've won 53 matches. It's Chelsea. That's Camacho 53. I think Poland in Spanish is Polandia. I think. Or it's Polonia, excuse me. Polonia's. I think it's Camacho of Real Betis. I guess not. So it makes no difference. Rokla means the same thing. So I have to go against Chelsea in the final, I think. It's about the Man United humiliation. Now, in Spanish, gematria, now, what was Poland? Polonia, right? Rokla, Polonia. When I include the O, okay, enough of the Campeonato, obviously. No major trophies. It can be a first major trophy. Polonia's Camacho of Chelsea FC. We see the connection right there. Most of the information is gonna it's gonna be more telling in the in the regular table. Rokla Stadium is just. It's their name for the stadium and sponsorship. Okay, we got to go to the sponsorship name. So the loan for Antony was January 25th, and the day of the Conference League final is on a Wednesday. So 4 months, 3 days after the loan deal, Antony can become a champion. Champion 43. Antony's Camacho of the final being on the 28th day of the year. Antony 73 is Camacho of the loan deal from United. Any other players we should know about on Real Betis? Manuel Pellegrini, he's a big-time winner, isn't he? He's a big-name coach. What did he win? Manuel Pellegrini. Manuel is Camacho Chelsea Football Club, which is 66. Pellegrini is Camacho of Betis, Real Betis 55, Camacho Poland 62. What about the full name of Real Betis? Let's see. These English teams can't win all the time. Won the league title in 1935. That Chelsea FC's Camacho 35. What about the players on that team? Hector Bellerin, Arsenal, he wasn't any good. Giovanni Lo Celso is another big name. Tottenham Hotspur. Now, a Tottenham guy can make Chelsea go trophyless. Giovanni Lo Celso is Camacho Championship. Former Tottenham Hotspur star on Real Betis. Carvalho, Portugal. Where was he at before? Okay, Sporting. I mean, some of these Portuguese guys are pretty good. Did he score against Chelsea? Doesn't look like him. Diego Llorente made his Premier League debut against Chelsea. Now he's in the final with Real Betis. Natan, on loan from Napoli, can win the Conference League final with Real Betis. Natan is Camacho Blues by itself. Based off of the evidence, I think the script is for Real Betis to win. Pellegrini is a great coach. Antony and McTominay are going to win outside of Manchester United, and that is basically what is happening.